Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Life Science with Nivedita. So this is biochemistry lecture video series of carbohydrate metabolism. So this is the part 1. So in this video we are going to discuss about the introduction, structure and also classification of carbohydrate. So without any further delay, let's get started. So before going to the metabolism, we have to know something in introduction about carbohydrates, right? So when come to the carbohydrates, it is a major source of energy from the diet. Okay, so through the diet we get these carbohydrates. Okay, so just splitting the name, carbohydrates is nothing but hydrates of carbon. Okay, so carbohydrates is nothing but what? Hydrates of carbon. So when come to the structure of the carbohydrates, it is having carbon, hydrogen and also oxygen in its structure. Okay, it is made up of what? There are made up of 3 elements, that is carbon, hydrogen and also oxygen. Okay, and this carbohydrates is also called as saccharides. So saccharides is nothing but sugars. Okay, saccharides is nothing but what? It is also called as sugars and it is produced by photosynthesis. This carbohydrates is produced by the process photosynthesis in plants. So plants are autotrophs, right? So autotrophs means which are prepare their own food. So we depends on plants for their food. So but plants prepare their own food by the process called as photosynthesis. So here what happened? By using carbon dioxide and also water with the help of sunlight, plants will produce glucose and also oxygen. Okay, so this is the chemical reaction of photosynthesis. So in the photosynthesis, what happened? By using carbon dioxide and also water, and also in the presence of sunlight, plants will produce glucose and also oxygen. We require oxygen for respiration, right? So and also glucose for as a food. We require carbohydrate as a food because it is a major source of energy which we have taken from the diet. So that's why this carbohydrates is produced in the process of photosynthesis by plants. Okay, so this is about some introduction about the carbohydrates. So now move on to the next thing, that is classification. Okay, so see here, before going to the classification, we need to know something about functions, right? So because we need carbohydrates for energy as a source of energy and also storage molecules to as a building material also it can act. So let us see how. So this carbohydrates is also act as source of energy. Okay, this carbohydrate is also called as act as source of energy, means it is used as energy. How it is used? During respiration, the carbon hydrogen bond, as I already mentioned, in the structure of carbohydrate, it is having elements like carbon, hydrogen and also oxygen, right? So during the respiration, what happened? There is a bond present between the carbon and hydrogen, right? So this bond will get broken down in the process of respiration. Okay, so when this bond will broken down, energy will be released. Okay, when bond will broken down, some sort of energy will be released which is useful for some cell functions and also metabolism. Okay, and also these carbohydrates act as a storage molecules, like in the fasting condition and also in the starvation period. So in all this case, this act as a storage molecules for future use. Okay, and also it is act as a structural building material, means like cellulose and also chitin. So cellulose is the major structural component of cell wall in green plants. When come to the green plants, this cellulose is a major structural component of cell wall. Okay, and this chitin is a structural component of exoskeleton of arthropods. Okay, when come to the arthropods, this chitin is a major structural component. Okay, so this is about the function of carbohydrates. So now more to the classification. So see here, this is the overall classification of carbohydrates. So carbohydrates is divided into simple and complex. Simple and complex. So again, this simple and complex is subdivided into, simple is subdivided into monosaccharide and also disaccharide, and this complex is again subdivided into polysaccharide. Okay, so here the name itself says mono is nothing but what? Single, right? So it is having single sugar. When come to the disaccharide, so the name itself says di means what? Two. That is, two monosaccharide will bond together to form disaccharide. Okay, so when come to the poly, the name itself says poly is nothing but what? Many. Means here not only 2 or 3, many monosaccharide will bond like this to form polysaccharide. Okay, so example for monosaccharide, glucose, fructose and also galactose, and example for this disaccharide, maltose, lactose, and also sucrose. And example for this polysaccharide is starch, fiber, and also glycogen. Okay, so this is the overall classification of carbohydrates. So what are those? Simple and complex. So in simple, again divided into monosaccharide and disaccharide. When come to the complex, it is divided into polysaccharide. So example for monosaccharide, glucose. Example for disaccharides, maltose. And example for polysaccharide, starch. Okay, so let us move to the next thing. So see here, this is the classification of carbohydrates. So as I already mentioned, simple and complex. So again, this simple is classified into mono and di. So this complex is classified into polysaccharide. Okay, so in again this polysaccharide is subdivided into homopolysaccharide and heteropolysaccharide. Okay, so see here, monosaccharide means which is having single sugar, disaccharide means which is having 2 monosaccharide, and oligosaccharides means 3 to 10 monosaccharides will be bind together. Okay, and also when come to the polysaccharide here, 10 or more than 10. Okay, so more than 10 monosaccharide will form polysaccharide. So when come to the types of the polysaccharide, it is having homopolysaccharide and also heteropolysaccharide. So the name itself says homo is nothing but what? Same. Hetero is nothing but different, right? So in the homopolysaccharide, what happened? Same monosaccharides will bind together. Okay, by glycosidic bond, it will get binding. So here what happened? This consists of same monosaccharide residues. Example, starch and cellulose. Okay, so when come to the heteropolysaccharide, here it is consist of different monosaccharide residues. So example for this heteropolysaccharide is hyaluronic acid. Okay, so this is the entire classification of carbohydrates. So now, okay. So see, this is monosaccharide structure. So example for monosaccharide is glucose and fructose. See here, this is glucose and this is structure of fructose. So the major difference between this glucose and fructose is this group, aldehyde group and also keto group. So actually this glucose and fructose is called as isomers. So what is isomers? The molecules which is having same molecular formula but differ in structural formula. Okay. So isomers is nothing but what? The molecules which is having same molecular formula but differ in structural formula. You can see over here, it is also containing 6 carbon. Glucose also containing 6 carbon. Fructose also containing 6 carbon, but they have differ in structure. The both molecular formula is C6H12O6. So you can count the carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. We got same number of carbon, same number of hydrogen, and also same number of oxygen. But these both are differ in their structure. Okay, so that's why glucose and fructose is called as isomers. Okay, so based on the aldehyde group and also keto group, these two are getting classified. Okay, so now move on to the next thing, that is classification of monosaccharide. Okay, so see here, as I already mentioned, glucose is having aldose in their structure and fructose is having ketose in their structure, right? So you can see aldoses, that is which is having aldehyde group. Okay, so when come to the ketoses, it is having ketone group. Aldehyde group means CHO group and keto group means C double bond O group. So this is present in the glucose and this is present in the fructose. Okay, so see here, this is aldose which is having CHO in its structure and this is ketose which is having C double bond O in their structure. Okay, so this is about the classification of monosaccharide. So now move on to the next thing, that is oligosaccharide. Okay, so here oligosaccharide, which is nothing but which is containing 2 to 10 monosaccharide units. You can see over here, it is containing 2 to 10 monosaccharide units which is joined together by glycosidic bond. Okay, so as I already mentioned, this is one monosaccharide, this is another monosaccharide. So these two monosaccharide will binding in a special manner, right? So which is the bond which is maintaining the structure? That is glycosidic bond. Okay, glycosidic bond which will helps to bind for joining of 2 monosaccharides. So see here, on hydrolysis they will give 2 to 10 molecules of simple sugar units, means when this glycosidic bond is getting hydrolyzed, means breakdown. Okay, so when this glycosidic bond will break down, we got many simple sugars. That is, for example, if disaccharide means we got two simple sugars, and if it is in trisaccharides, we got 3 simple sugars. If it is tetra, we got 4 simple sugars, like this. Okay. So they are subdivided based on the number of monosaccharide units, that is disaccharide, trisaccharide, tetrasaccharide, and also pentasaccharide. So di means 2 monosaccharide, tri means 3 monosaccharide, tetra means 4 monosaccharide, and penta means 5 monosaccharide. Okay. Now move to the classification of oligosaccharide. So here see, as I already mentioned, based on the number of monosaccharide, it is subdivided. That is disaccharide, tri, tetra, penta. Okay. So in disaccharides, the number of monosaccharide unit is 2, and in trisaccharides 3, and in tetrasaccharide 4, and in also pentasaccharide 5. So example for this disaccharide is maltose, lactose, and also sucrose. So this maltose is having monosaccharide glucose and glucose. Okay. So this lactose will having monosaccharide glucose and galactose, and the sucrose will having monosaccharide glucose and fructose. So when come to the trisaccharide, so example for this trisaccharide is raffinose, so which is having glucose, fructose, and also galactose. That is 3 monosaccharide unit. Okay. So now come to the tetrasaccharide, it is having 4, that is 2 galactose and also 1 glucose, 1 fructose. So 4 monosaccharide units to get form tetrasaccharide. Okay. So now come to the pentasaccharide. So here 5 carbon, that is 3 galactose, 1 glucose, and also 1 fructose. So all these together will form oligosaccharide. Okay. So oligosaccharide again subdivided into di, tri, tetra, and penta based on the monosaccharide units. Okay. So this is all about classification of oligosaccharide. So now see disaccharide. So here what happened? 2 monosaccharide will link together with glycosidic bond, right? So see example is sucrose, lactose, maltose. So see the structure of sucrose, maltose, and lactose. So see here, this is glucose and this is fructose. So these together will form sucrose disaccharide. Okay. So when come to the maltose, so this sucrose is also called as table sugar. Okay. So when come to the maltose, so this is forming by glucose monosaccharide and also again glucose monosaccharide. Okay. This is disaccharide, right? So that's why 2 monosaccharide will be joined together. So you can see over here, right? So this middle one. So this is glycosidic bond. So when come to the lactose, it is made up of galactose and also glucose. So here in the middle, glycosidic bond. Okay, so this lactose is also called as milk sugar because this is present in milk. Okay, so this is all thing about disaccharide and its types. That is main thing is sucrose, lactose, and maltose. Okay, and also it is joined by the bond called as glycosidic bond. Okay, don't forget this. So now move on to the next slide, that is polysaccharide. So as I already mentioned, poly is nothing but what? Which is having many, right? So poly is nothing but, one second. So poly is nothing but which is having more than 10 monosaccharide units. Okay, this is long chain. Many monosaccharide units will together form by using the glycosidic bond. So example, amylose, okay, which is found in the starch, which is having 300 to 600 monosaccharide unit. Okay, which is having 300 to 600 monosaccharide units. So see here, this is 1 monosaccharide, this is 2, this is 3. Like this, many monosaccharide units will be get formed by using this glycosidic bond and form polysaccharide. Okay, so this is all about polysaccharide. So example is cellulose, starch, amylose. Okay, so all these things are example for polysaccharide. Okay. So see here, again this polysaccharide is subdivided into homopolysaccharide and also heteropolysaccharide. So homo means same monosaccharide, hetero means different. Okay. So see here, again this homopolysaccharide is subdivided into storage polysaccharide and also structural polysaccharide. Okay. So when come to the storage polysaccharide, in plant, starch is the storage polysaccharide. In animal, glycogen is the storage polysaccharide. Okay. So when come to the structural polysaccharide, plant will having cellulose and animal will having chitin, that is present in the cell wall, right? So that one. So homopolysaccharide is again subdivided into storage and also structural. So in the storage polysaccharide which is present in the plant is starch, and also the storage polysaccharide which is present in the animal is glycogen. That is, in the human beings also the storage polysaccharide is glycogen. Okay, and also when come to the structural polysaccharide, the plants will having cellulose and also the animals will having chitin in its structure. Okay, so now move on to the next one. So see here, this is name of some polysaccharides and its function. So when come to the starch, this stores the glucogen. Sorry, the starch will store glucose in plants. Okay, so this cellulose is makes up the cell wall in the plants because the cellulose is present in the cell wall of the plants. When come to the glycogen, this is the storage polysaccharide in human beings and also animals, which is stored glucose for animal cells, which is found in the muscle and also liver. Okay, and also when come to the chitin, this is structural component of exoskeleton like in arthropods, insects. Okay, and also in some fungi cell wall also this chitin is present as a structural polysaccharide. So see here, this is amylose which is linear structure, and this is amylopectin which is branched structure. Okay, so these two are coming under starch. So see here, this is the glycogen structure and this is cellulose structure. So these all are the some examples for polysaccharides. Okay, so now, so see here, as I already mentioned, the major polysaccharides are starch, cellulose and also glycogen. Okay, so here by using this man we classify three polysaccharides. Okay, so starch and glycogen are polysaccharide which will store the glucose for further use. Okay, so the cellulose is a polysaccharide which is found in the cell wall. So see here, this is a human, right? So in the human hand, in the muscle, glycogen is stored, right? So see here, in the muscle, we'll show this glycogen. So this is the glycogen granules in the muscle tissue. So this is the overall glycogen structure which is made up of many monosaccharides. Okay, so again this is plant tuber. So this in the plants, which is storage polysaccharide in the plants, that is starch, right? So starch is present in the plants and glycogen is present in as a storage polysaccharide in animals, right? So in the plants it is having starch. So see here, starch granules in the potato tuber, and this is glucose monomer, and this is whole structure of starch. Okay, so when come to the plant, so in the plant cell wall, cellulose is present, right? So see here, in the plant, in cell wall, cellulose is present. So see here, this is the cellulose fibers in the plant cell wall. This is cellulose molecules, and this is the overall structure of cellulose. Okay, so this is the overall summary about polysaccharides. The main polysaccharides are starch, glycogen, and also cellulose. Don't forget this. And also the storage polysaccharide in plant is starch, and also the storage polysaccharide which is present in the animals is glycogen. Okay. So now, so this is the overall summary, that is monosaccharide, disaccharide, and also polysaccharide. See, monosaccharides is a single sugar. In second I will show. This is single sugar which act as a building blocks of other saccharides, that is disaccharides and also polysaccharides, which is made from this monosaccharide. Okay, so when come to the disaccharides, it is made up of two monosaccharides. When come to the polysaccharides, which is having many number of monosaccharides, which is linked together by a glycosidic bond. Okay, so this monosaccharide is water soluble and this disaccharide also water soluble, but this polysaccharide is insoluble in water. Okay, so it is taste. When come to the taste, monosaccharide is sweet in taste and this is also sweet in taste, but this polysaccharide is do not sweet in taste. Okay, so it is reducing sugars, and here some are reducing sugars, here non-reducing sugars. Okay, so and also it is having a single monomer. It is composed of two monomers and this is a large number of monomers. So now it is have simple, linear and also unbranched structure, and this is also having simple, linear, unbranched or branched structure. And when come to the polysaccharide, it is having complex branched structures. Okay, so it is a single ring structure, which one monosaccharide, and disaccharides is having two ring structure and it is having many number of ring structures. Okay, so this is overall summary about monosaccharide, disaccharide and also polysaccharide. So this is about today's video. So hope you people enjoy this video. So any doubts, any questions, so let me know in the comment box. Okay, so until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much for watching.